Good day, Bearskin enjoyers. I'm just going to jump straight in because, well, I fell asleep just before doing this. It's getting a bit late, so I'm just going to jump in, start yapping about all the skins. So, if you get a link to all the brand new skins in the Rust Workshop skin checks for January 6, 2025, or just look at the description right now, see the linkage right there. You can get a good look at all these brand new skins. But for now, if you want to listen to the dulcet tones of Mr. Hedge as he yaps away, yapping about all the brand new skins, well, let's get started. Let's begin with Deployables. So, first of all, we have reactive target skins to take a look at. Mosquito coil target produced by Schmoolcat. Now, if you happen to like the design of this, by all means, consider voting yes or no if you'd like to see it being accepted. We also happen to have a glow-in-the-dark version. Looks like just the tip of this appears to glow. Is it a snake? I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's a snake. Anyway, if you happen to like it, again, as I said, you can consider voting. But please remember, your votes don't matter in regards to whether a skin gets accepted or not. Now, the skin creator can see if you're liking it or not. But if you really want to get like your words across to them, if you want to offer some nice, kind words, if you want to offer some constructive feedback, consider going to the comment section, right? So your kind words do go a long way. It keeps those skin creators nice and motivated, keep them put out nice creative designs in the future. But if you don't happen to like the design, but you know exactly what it is that you have an issue with, offer some constructive feedback. Be nice, concise, and get straight to the point. Try and help them out. Perhaps their skin isn't accepted, but then again, they could look at your feedback, incorporate that into a brand new version, and maybe the version 2 is accepted. We shall see. So, that's a perfectly fine looking design from Schmoolcat, and hey, as I said, if you happen to like what you see, consider voting yes or no. Consider offering your support. Right then, best of luck to them. Now, let's get a good look at these bearskin rugs. So over to here, this is actually like a really clever looking design. So this is produced by Saloha. It is a king frog with the design of, if you look at it from the top, it's as if like it's laying on its back. And basically, it's all been cut open and whatnot. It's actually a bearskin rug, but it's got a very clever design in regards to looking as if it's like a frog, like dissected and whatnot. So, okay, that's different. That's pretty clever. And yes, it happens to glow in the dark. We have two versions, a green one, a blue one, whichever version you like the most. Feel free to comment below. But yeah, I've got to hand it to him. That's a very creative approach. Props to you, Saloha. Oh. I've got to hand it to him. It does look creepy. I'm not sure if that's the intended approach, but it does look very creepy. So, okay. Wild Hunt bearskin rug. I have been asking for this. I was like, that's got to be like the best thing you could consider in terms of like making a nice, lovely, cool, befitting design for Wild Hunt. Well, there it is. And I've got to wait and see if it gets accepted, because I feel like that'll probably be the best thing that could be accepted out of everything. Now, I've got nothing against the wooden door and the bed. They look fine. And hey, we could still see the garage door. We could still see the small box, but honestly, I want to see that being accepted. That is a very befitting, awesome idea for a bearskin rug. And of course, we go over to here, we can see that the bed is currently sitting here at the lowest sale so far. I was anticipating this. I thought it wasn't going to even reach 10,000 subscribers. And considering we've got like 2 more days to go, I wouldn't be surprised if it fails to reach 10,000 subscribers. Now, that's more specifically issues with beds in terms of how many beds have we seen being accepted exactly? Yeah, a little bit too much. But keep an eye out. That is looked to be in a very, very interesting spot. And the possibility of this, the garage door, the small box, it's definitely making things interesting for this bed. A lack of sales means it could easily rise up in price in the future if we were to, go for a sudden spike in demand. And I wonder what might cause that. Maybe a collection continuation. So I welcome it. It looks awesome. Props to Icona. What do you reckon then? Feel free to comment below, and best of luck to Icona. Okay, so we're still seeing space theme skins being produced. You might recall with the last week's batch of submissions, we did not see a single early pick with the most recent Rustor. Maybe that might change with the next Rustor, we'll see. But we've got 2 very nice looking designs, space theme lockers. This right here is produced by Kika, a perfectly fine looking glow in the dark design, looking very nice. And then it's against Mr. Rubstar with their rover module locker. So 2 pretty cool, like computer server sort of designs. A nice glow in the dark approach with both of them. Feel free to comment below which one's your favourite. I think both of them are welcome, perfectly fine additions. Let's see if either of them were to be accepted. I think that would actually slot in very nicely with the space station building skin. You know what? The more I think about it, the more I'm like, if only the space station building skin wasn't a high quality metal skin. It probably would have been used a whole lot more if it's like a sheet metal skin. So anyway, moving on. Harbour Seal Fridge. A second attempt has been made, and that's a perfectly fine looking design. A very silly, goofy little seal fridge. So, it's a perfectly fine looking design, but how is that Harbour Seal collection doing at the moment? Let's just quickly find out. I think it's doing pretty good. I was actually surprised to see that it's actually in the positive. I was about to sit here and say both the deplorables aren't exactly doing super great, but no, you've improved. And to be honest with you, the door has improved as well. If you've been keeping track of that over the past year, you'd know that was down bad, like real bad, like quite some time back. Rock's doing fantastic. Hammer's doing perfectly fine. Large box has also gone back up to the positive as well. So, okay. Well, you know what? If we were to see a fridge skin being accepted, I think, all of these might appreciate that. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? I'm not sure about the door, though. Again, with so many sheep doors in existence, it is a bit of a problem. That's sitting there at about $1.50 at the moment. But then again, yeah, it's been rising up in price. It is post-Christmas at the moment, so not too surprising to see it's doing very well for itself. But I will sit here and say, collection continuation definitely could give it an even bigger boost. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye out for that, and keep an eye out to see if we potentially see this fridge being accepted. So, all right, best of luck to both of Farfly and Netta. But I should point this out. Who else made a fridge this week? Oh, well, there you go. Now, of course, there's other people that likely would have submitted a fridge this past weekend. But again, you got to remember, I don't follow everybody. Yes, I just saw that design. Don't think about that one, kids. Don't look at it. No. It's only those two that submitted them. Well, okay. If you think we're going to see as many fridges in 2026 based on what we saw in 2025, kind of wouldn't be surprised if we see that being accepted. Keep an eye out. So, all right, cool, understood. Best luck to those skin creators. And now, let's take a look at these rugs. Right. We'll get to the bottom of this. We'll figure out who that Pepe Sylvia is. So, yes, this was submitted quite early. It's a very goofy but fun looking design. So this is produced by Mushroom Soup. So, yeah, I think a lot of people would actually appreciate this fun conspiracist sort of design. It decorates your base ever so lovely. Yes, that's a cool looking approach. Do you like the design? Feel free to comment below. Or would you like that as a rug skin? Now, quite some time later, we also happen to see this being submitted. With all due respect, it does look quite different compared to what we just saw a second ago, but they're kind of similar. But anyway, that right there is the detective board rug produced by Smoothie. It's a perfectly fine looking design in itself as well. So if you ever play cops and robbers, I think the cops could probably have this in their base. What do you reckon? Right, best of luck to Smoothie. But what we have over to here is the Volcanic Rug. And that right there just so happens to be a collection continuation. Although, this collection's a bit of a funny one. Number one didn't even show up. There you go. Number two, we've got a rock and we've got a furnace. And that's it. Oh, okay. Well, that's a flourishing collection. Well, I don't blame him for going back to it and giving it another shot. Volcanic. I think both these skins are actually doing quite alright. Let's see. Is that the truth? Well, the rock's doing alright. Furnace isn't doing too bad. Okay. Alright. Perfect. So if you were to see a collection continuation, I do think both of those would appreciate it. But I get the feeling the furnace would appreciate it more. That's just a perfectly fine looking rock, but it's not like you're going to need to put the rock on display. It's not like that helps with the decorations in the base. But yeah, I do believe with that appearing, both of these would probably appreciate that. So, okay. Well then, would you like to cover your base in this and make the whole thing glow in the dark? Well then, maybe you might appreciate that. Best of luck to K Vladimir in Italic. Let's see if that works out nicely. Right, so we got some interesting looking bed skins this week. Lots of collection continuations. So let's get the first two out of the way. Pizza, pasta, put it in a box. So, yeah, pizza bed. I'm not sure. The cheese around my legs might feel a little bit weird as I try to sleep. Anyway, produced by Frog and FM. Yes, FM, that's their name. That's a perfectly fine looking design. Although, is it heated at the right level? Also, does it glow in the dark? No, it doesn't glow. So if you think that's a bit goofy, or if you think that's just perfectly fine, well, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you two. Over to here, we've got the space bed. This right here is produced by Wagan and Gunya. Who knows what a space bed looks like? I would have imagined that you have like some straps around it so you don't float away. It would make sense. All right, anyway, so that's a perfectly fine looking space bed. Best of luck to skin creators. Okay. This right here is the first collection continuation that we're going to discuss. This right here is the Flashbacks bed. And yes, it glows in the dark. So, of course, I'm sure you're fully well aware. We've had the hoodie and pants. We've had the right helmet. Well, now it looks like the skin creator, Mr. Algorithm, is considering delving into doing some deployables. So the next thing I'd ask you is, what would you like to see being made next? But also, do you like the design? So it looks cool. Looks perfectly fine based on what I see here. Now, I've got to say, Flashbacks is doing very well at the moment. So, of course, with it being post-Christmas, you'd expect these skins to work out very nicely. But this is really pushing above. And this is actually pushing far ahead very nicely at the moment. Like the hoodie, I think it is literally pushing to a brand new all-time high price. And if you can remember with the flashback pants, that rose up very, very nicely around April time. These are all looking to be very interesting skins in anticipation to the jungle update for May 2025. And of course they were bought out and the prices did rise up ever so nicely. But like most green clothing and armour skins, after the jungle update, they went down. But since then, they've all done very, very nicely for themselves. And if we were to see a bed skin being accepted, I think we probably would appreciate that. Like, imagine if we got like a set of these deployables being accepted. Do you honestly think all of these will rise up that much? It's going to be interesting. Not sure if the clothing's going to like require it, but I think they would appreciate it. So, all right, well, best luck to Algorithm. We'll keep an eye out for that. That's a perfectly fine looking bed. But over to here, well then, what do you reckon? Considering we had that pop star bed not too long ago, the very bright glow-in-the-dark design and the anime girl, do you prefer cat girls? Do you prefer two cat girls? Come on now. Or maybe you're one of the cat girls. I don't know. I'm not... Maybe I shouldn't think too much about this. But yes, Matt recall with the beauty industry, B-E-A, beautiful, B-E-A. Yes, I remember how to spell that from Bruce Almighty. Wonderful. Anyway, so beauty industry, sheep door, you're doing fantastic. Locker, you've basically gone back up to a Rust price fairly recently or post-Christmas, which is nice to see. So they're in a perfectly fine spot, and I do believe another skin being accepted will definitely cause both of them to spike them on, spike in price ever so nice. So a real quick look at the locker. We've only got 69 listings. That's quite literally just under $2.50. And the sales history, it's been improving. It's not exactly changing that much either. It's a bit stagnant at the moment. So I do believe another skin being accepted will do a lot of favours for that. How high will it go? Well, we'll have to wait and see. So best of luck to Kratorius and Puplofop. I can't remember the name, sorry. I can't read it. It's hard. Puplofop, yes. Best luck to both of you. Let's see if that gets accepted. But we also happen to have Temple Bed. So we have seen a garage door being accepted before. I believe we also had a sheet door. Now we've got a bed. And it glows very, very nicely. So let's go ahead and give that a good look. So over to here. I meant to go over to here. Whoops. I recently talked about the Temple Tier 3 armor in a very special camouflage video. But looking at the garage door, looking at the sheet door, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Down 48 and down 48. Oh well, they're both the same. Anyway, it's unfortunate, but considering all the garage doors accepted this year and sheet doors, it's not too surprising, is it? Now, it has been improving, but it's not exactly doing super great. It's still around half the price it's sold for, as is the sheet door, which you'll see over to here as well. Only 37 listings, only 34 listings. So both of them, not that many listings on the Steam market. Prices are low, and we could potentially see a collection continuation. So, what do you reckon? I think that's in an interesting spot. So yeah, the garage door and the sheet door look to be in a pretty interesting spot in terms of a potential nice investment. What do you reckon? Feel free to comment below. And what are your thoughts based on what you see here? Feel free to comment below. I reckon that might not be a comfortable sleep. Right, so best of luck to Mr. Kosum and Sunny Boy. Let's see if that gets accepted. Alright, so we've got one sleeping bag and a set of furnaces. Alright. Octo Lady Sleep Pig bag. Whoops. Anyway, I showed this off in the special preview video, and it glows very brightly. It looks very nice. Best of luck to Groom. Oh, no, Sun Art. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I thought you were someone else. Yep, a perfectly fine looking glow-in-the-dark design. Over to here, that's a cucumber. Your cat might be screaming right now. It's a very evil looking cucumber. Nah. So that's produced by Cassad. It's a cucumber. And then over to here. Wait, so one doesn't and does glow? Oh, I believe that. Okay, so when this is lit up at night time, it doesn't change that much. But when this is lit up at night time, the eyes glow. Okay. Yep, no, that looks perfectly fine. All right, well, best of luck to you, Cassad. Let's see if that gets accepted. Over to here. This is turning into a collection, although we did not see the furnace being accepted with the most recent Rustor. But then again, all the other early picks that could have been picked weren't picked. So that the one from the previous week, the soft one, could be picked in the next Rustor. We shall see. But it looks like it's expected to be a set of 3. 1 for sulfur, 1 for metal, and 1 for high quality metal next week, I assume. So keep an eye out on the workshop over the course of next weekend. We do expect that to happen. So, all right, cool. Best of luck to Mishka and Swanspa. Hell shot. Okay. Well, it looks like a bullet's just like pierced through this metallic design of a furnace, and that honestly looks really cool. That's a very interesting looking design. And over to here, we've got a second version. Oh, that's a nice bit of transparency. Okay, that's clever. I like that. All right, what do you reckon then? That's looking to be very, very cool. I like how the rim of it, the parameter? Radius? If you know the word I'm trying to say, feel free to comment below. But you see how it's all lined up and it glows at night time? That's a clever touch. I like what I see there. That's looking pretty. So best of luck to Anna Fenn. Let's see if that gets accepted. Feel free to comment below your thoughts on what you just saw there. Rocket. Anyway, it's another goofy, transparent design for a furnace. It's a rocket, and he's shooting off into the sky. I like it. What do you reckon, though? Feel free to comment below. I saw the skin creator post it on Twitter, and they did get a response from Playrust, so we'll see what happens there. Best of luck to CGS. Let's see if that gets accepted. A fun, goofy, silly-looking design. What do you reckon? Feel free to comment below. Right, so no storage collections this week. Planetary Jupiter wood storage boxes here, and you might have noticed, Excuse Me is building up a collection. So we had the Earth wood box, the Mars wood box, the Jupiter wood box. Okay, I mean, sure. They're not storages for specific things to put in them. They're storages for planets. You better not have Pluto here, I swear to God. Right, so we got Mercury, Venus, Earth is third. Yeah, Earth is third. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Yeah, they don't have Pluto. Good. But you probably could still fill in some like the dwarf planets if you really wanted to. You got lots of colour schemes you could utilise. Right then, so we'll see if that gets accepted. And I'll show you this. If they do start getting accepted, you probably will be incorporating dwarf planets. I'll just throw in the asteroid belt as well. Anyway, so best of luck to Excuse Me and KRCR. Best of luck. But I will say this. After you made about 4 of them, if Face Punch hasn't made a move, you probably might want to move on to something else. Because this is clearly like a minimal viable product. If Face Punch ain't itching, scratching, yearning for it, then yeah, don't waste your time. Move on to something else, because you're making some cool looking designs right there. Right, moving on to doors. We've got one wooden door, and it's produced by Arietta and Maloiko. It is the Illusion wooden door. Yes, come and try and walk into here. Ha ha ha. So, yep, that's a pretty goofy, fun, silly looking design. It also glows in the dark. Very nice. So, what do you reckon? Feel free to comment below, and best of luck to Arietta and Maloiko. Now then, we have some sheet metal doors to take a look at. Quite a lot of sheet metal doors, by the way. There are tons upon tons of sheet metal doors. Right then, let's go. So, first of all, we got the portable toilet sheet metal door. It's not the first time I've seen something like this. We've already had a skin accepted based on this design before. But, hey, still looking perfectly fine, nice and blue. What's going on here with the second version? Oh, it's got like the little bit of graffiti there and a weird looking sticker there. Okay, alright, fair enough, that looks cool. Right, well, Best of luck to Corey. I have seen a skin like this being accepted before, but maybe there's room for another one. We shall see. Best of luck, best of luck. Over to here, Kraken Sheet Metal, produced by Andre and Apple Pie. This is a very nice, colourful looking design, looking pretty sweet. But then over to here, oh, we've got a glow-in-the-dark version. Ta-da! So that's a pretty cool looking glow. That's a nice, stylish looking design. But what do you think? You, the viewer. Feel free to comment below and consider showing your support. Best luck to the skin creators. Now over to, oh my, look at that. Cinder Drake. Well, that looks really cool. So that's produced by Mad Polly. That's an interesting looking approach. But what do you think? Would you like to see like a cool looking 3D sort of design of a dragon? Or what would you prefer? A toilet door. Best of luck to Mr. Mad Polly. Let's see if that gets accepted. That's a cool looking approach, good sir. Now over to here, we've got the Security Breach Sheet Metal. This is a version 1, and I do believe we've got a version 2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there's the thing. What's the thing? I don't know what the thing is, but it's breaching the door. So this is produced by Robs, and it's looking pretty freaky. It's like some sort of slime creature. So for whichever version you prefer, whether it's red or white based on the glow, feel free to comment below, and best of luck to showing your support. Best of luck, Mr. Robs. Oh, I accidentally just, there we go. Vector Sheet Metal, produced by HSM. A pretty interesting looking metallic design. A nice bit of glow right there. That's looking nice and pretty. Best of luck to you. But now, over to here, the first of 3 sheet metal doors that are collection continuations. This right here is GXT Face's Bullseye Sheet Metal Door. So you might not fully realise what I'm referencing, but Bullseye Weapon Collection was pretty successful. As you'll see over to here, we had a decent amount I can't spell. It's more specifically, I can't type. We've had a decent amount of weapon skins being accepted. I'm still not sure why that keeps getting bought out. Feel free to comment below if you know why. But yeah, 4 weapon skins in total. Many more attempted. No more accepted since 2024. But now Mr. GXT Face has considered dabbling into deployables. Now, I've got to hand it to him. That's a perfectly fine looking design. Yeah, it looks cool. So, if you're feeling, you know what, I can't say no to a nice glow-in-the-dark design that looks like a dartboard, feel free to comment below. But if this were to be accepted, I don't think it's going to have that much of an impact on all of these skins. I'm not sure if people could even, like, if they're going to even be able to put 2 and 2 together and remember that this is all the same collection. But hey, it's nice to see the return of it. So best of luck to Mr. GXT Face, and let's see if that gets accepted. But we should be aware that there is competition. Mr. Camo Legend and Hubert812, they've made another attempt for their Mystic Tree door. If you've been keeping track of the recent Skin of the Year for 2025, the garage door of this is currently up to be voted for. So again, if you want to go ahead and consider voting, hop over to my YouTube, look at the most recent videos uploaded. You'll see the finalists vote videos right there. I do showcase that garage door. And don't forget, if you're to go to the description to vote, the link is provided right there. So there it is on display. Who knows, if it were to win, maybe Face Punch would be nice enough to consider accepting this sheet metal door. Well, we'll have to wait and see. If it were to be accepted, though, I think that Mystic Tree garage door will greatly appreciate it. So over to here, it's the only skin that got accepted because, of course, with the sheet metal door, it's been submitted twice before, but no acceptances. If I look at over to here, what price did you sell for again? $3. Yep, $3 in total. I can confirm right now it's selling for about $4.50. Only 30 listings. That is doing very, very nicely. I do believe a sheet metal door being accepted will lead to that going up in price even higher. So best of luck to you, Camo Legend, and Mr. Hubert812. If you've seen the garage door, you know exactly what to expect with the sheet metal door. So alright, best of luck. And over to here, Biohazard Bunker Sheet Metal Door, produced by Fresh and Somebody Stop Me. So, of course, you might recall the garage door that was accepted somewhat recently. That's perfectly fine looking amount of glow. You might need to wipe it a bit, though. Ugh. So, when was that garage door accepted? What, like a few weeks ago, Hedge? It's not there. What about the one before that? What about the one before that? Whoops. What about the one before that? There you go. So that garage door It did about 18,000, almost 19,000 subscribers. It has gone down in price though. If you can recall, we had, what, 39 garage doors accepted in 2025? That's ridiculous. And this right here, yeah, it's just sitting there about $1.75. Honestly, a sheet metal door would be appreciated. There's only 37 of these listed on the Steam market. We'll see how it goes, right? But do not forget the many instances of garage doors and just a collection consisting of a garage door and a sheet metal door doesn't usually work out very nicely. But hey, for this particular instance, I think that sheet metal door would be appreciated, especially with the garage door. So, all right then, best of luck to you too. Let's see if that works out nicely. Now then, let's move on to garage doors. We've got a decent amount of them. And then at the very end, with all the deployables, we have a decent batch of Armour double doors. 19J and 6433 have produced the Forest Guardian garage door, and it looks very, very pretty. I showed this off in the special preview video. I'm sure you saw it yourself. It glows very brightly. It looks very, very nice. Best of luck to both of them. Now over to here, we've got the Quarantine garage door with some glow. This is produced by Bearskin and Venezuela. Get a good look at that. An interesting, secure design. Looking very cool. Looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to the skin creators. Now over to here, we have competition. We have Vegetation Green. This is the green glow-in-the-dark version. And this is the purple glow-in-the-dark version. Purple, pink. Anyway, get a good look at this. That's looking very, 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 very nice. And then look at this. This is also looking very, 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 very nice. So to whichever version you happen to prefer, feel free to comment below. And best of luck to Jimmy Tedeschi and Nulfat. Let's see if either of those were to be accepted. Over to here, we have the Solar Vault garage door. This right here is produced by and Mr. Jovi. Sorry, Mr. Jovi. I don't know how to pronounce that. I lost my tongue as well. Ooh. All right, it's back in now. So, Solar Vault garage door. Doesn't appear to glow in the dark. Does it? Wait, I didn't notice actually. Ah, only on the bottom. Okay. So it's not like super in your face about it, but that does glow in the dark. I think, does it vaguely glow? I'd have to look at it in game. We'll see if that gets accepted. So if you're curious, if you're interested, do consider showing your support. And hey, it looks like a perfectly fine, realistic approach. Looks nice. Best of luck to both of these skin creators. And you can see the gift there with the glow. Lovely. Oh, it's not what I'm thinking. Haha. Okay, almost fell for that. I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, in the current Rust store right now, which I can show you right now, with a certain... Oh no, it is. Both of them are a collection continuation. Oh, okay. Well then, I thought that was for the garage door. No, it's not, you fool. It's for the single armoured door. So this right here, produced by Mr. Cubist, we have a interesting looking armoured double door with a lovely bit of glow. Now this is very awkward because I thought this wasn't a glow-in-the-dark design. I thought this wasn't a collection continuation. I've already uploaded a short video showcasing the other one. I played some music with it. It looked fun. Well, I guess I had to consider making a short video for that. If that were to be accepted, we shall see. Anyway, let's quickly switch over to here. So that armoured door. $2.49 at the moment. 26,000 subscribers. It's just past midnight here. So in about... I don't expect an early Rust rotation on the 8th. So... honestly, it looks like it's going to push up to 30,000 subscribers. Let's just say that. That is a lot. And if we do start seeing a lot of armoured doors being accepted in 2026, considering the lack of in 2025, that could easily lead to issues, all right? A collection continuation in the short term very likely will cause that to get nicely boosted up. I'm still kind of questioning that, though. And of course, as I approach doing the abnormals tomorrow, I think I'll stick with that. I don't think I'm feeling very confident. I think that's a little bit too much in regards to sales. But hey, it's nice to see the collection continuation. And sorry about that, Mr. Cubist. I haven't done a short video for your thing. But again, if I see it being accepted, I'll have to make sure I do that. So, all right, cool. So that's a perfectly fine looking space-themed armoured double door. Oh. Interesting. Now, hang on a minute. Oh. What's wrong, Hedge? Oh. Can you explain yourself, Hedge? So, the double armoured door that I showcased in a short video, I thought was this one. But it's not. The one I actually showcased was the other one. But I referred the other one as the space station skin. That's called Space Base. That's called Space Station. Uh-oh. Well, I can change it on YouTube then. Don't worry, I've had to change that name. I just realised I've accidentally mixed both of these up. Oh, no. Well, then, we'll have to go ahead and keep track of that. But I feel like you might find it funny that I got that mixed up. Hey, they're both armoured double doors with very similar names, which are very similar themes. Whatever. Anyway, it's a perfectly fine-looking design over to here as well. That's looking mighty fine. Oh, yes, indeed. Best of luck to Mr. Fleck. And now, let's talk about the garage door. So, that's already got over 30,000 subscribers, and I thought that this was going to do between 28 to 33,000 subscribers. I got a feeling that's going to probably push over 33,000 and probably end up at like 35. At the end of the day, if we do see a lot of garage doors being accepted in 2026, I do worry for this, alright? But of course, I should remind all of you, Mystic Tree Garage Door, last year, first rush door for 2025, it does about 37,000 subscribers. And that was a very nicely beloved skin that a lot of people appreciated throughout all of 2025. And right now, it's one of the only few garage door skins that came out in 2025 that's actually up in the positive, which I can showcase to you right now. Look, scroll, 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 scroll. Come on, down, please. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Most of these skins are doing pretty bad. But you, right now, in a very interesting spot, but we have questioned like the possibility of a lot of people perhaps not liking the space station building skin. Again, it's high quality metal. In normal servers, most people probably won't even get to the point of even being able to making a cool looking high quality metal base. Again, depends what servers you play on, blah 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 blah. But I'm a little bit worried about that. A lot of sales, not very confident with the building skin. We'll see what becomes of it, but yeah, I'm not exactly feeling that confident. Like the collection continuation will be appreciated, but I've got to hand it to both designs that we just saw. I get the feeling if either one gets accepted, both of those door skins over here are going to spike them on spike in price. I don't think people will notice that they're actually a separate collection because the themes are similar. So, all right, well, best of luck to Mr. Vleck. Let's see what happens, and best of luck. Now, it does appear that that does have transparency. So, okay, because what you did was you showed off the version with transparency. Okay, I'm just getting confused now. I don't know what I've done. Right, I'm annoyed. I'm going to go quickly peep it over to here. So I've got my short videos here. We're going to figure this out live. Oh yeah, no, that is the right version. Okay. So you weren't wrong. You're just having a very stupid moment right now. Well, that's why people watch me. Right then, so best of luck to Vlek, and that just so happens to be the final deployable for this week. So out of all these skins, which one happened to be your favourite? Which of these skins do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? Right, let's get started with all the weapons and the tools. So over to here, we've got some rock skins to take a look at. 2026 rock. I like the idea of it, but I don't think Face Punch wants to accept it because as time goes on, that's going to be out of place because it's the wrong number. Yeah. Yeah, if it just said like happy birthday in it, okay, that'd be fine because that's everlasting. But with it saying 2026, sorry, Kicker. And I'm pretty sure you did like a 2025 cake if I'm not wrong. So let's just quickly remind myself. Did you do just that? Scroll, scroll, scroll. I swear he did. Yeah, there you go. Well, look what happened. There you go. Anyway, moving on, we have the Armadillo Rock. Produced by a little Pretex. Oh, there you go. Pretex and Macquarie, it seems. This is a cute, silly little design. It seems well protected, though. So, best of luck to both of those skin creators. It apparently doesn't glow in the dark. I don't know what this is. What am I looking at? Some scary looking emote. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is produced by Mr. MA1. It's a bit of a strange looking design, but I said this quite a lot based on the rock skins we saw last year. We're seeing a lot of like face and animal designs on rocks as of recent, and whilst it's nice to see them being accepted, with so many of them being accepted, it's kind of leading to all of them not looking very special anymore. So, hey, we'll see. Anyway, if you like it, that's what matters most. If you like it, consider showing support, and best of luck to Mr. MA1. Okay, so I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, the combat knife is supposed to be the focused item of the month for 2026, January 2026. And we didn't see one in the first Rust store. That doesn't mean we won't see any other ones being accepted in all the other Rust stores. Last week, in total, including people I don't actually follow, there's about 25 combat knife skins being submitted. And over to here, we've got another batch of them. So let's go ahead and get a look at all of these. And yes, we have quite a lot of collection continuations to discuss. First up, we've got the pike knife produced by Grima Katarina. That's a perfectly fine and fishy looking design, looking razor sharp. Best of luck. Oh, does it glow? It looks like it glows. Yeah, it glows. Look at that. Based on what I'm seeing here. Yes. All right. Okay, cool. It mentions it there. Now, over to here, we've got the Nord Relic combat knife. This right here is produced by Kreitzer and Alex Alchemic. Yep. That's looking pretty sweet. Interesting looking approach with the carved design. Best of luck to you two. Over to here, we've got the gut knife. That's a very nice sounding knife name. So where did you want to put this again? Uh-oh. Best of luck to Voodoo. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck. Over to here, we've got the Battle Scarred combat knife. This is produced by 9K. Looking razor sharp here as well. Nice and rigid. Oh, yeah, that's going to be very nice as it goes in and out. So, yeah, best of luck to Mr. 9K. And then over to here. Oh, this is the first collection continuation to discuss. Produced by Scropin, it is the Rebar combat knife. Quite a long time ago. I think, what, 2022? Let's go ahead and find out. Was it 4 years ago? It was. 4 years ago, we saw the bone knife, the tools, and the rock. Now, these aren't exactly doing. They're not looking very nice, are they? No. Sorry to say, but it is true. Look at it. But the bone knife's doing all right. That's due to the sheer lack of like bone knife skins being accepted. So, all right, it's basically only a weapon and tool collection. And I'm not feeling very confident with that. Basically, in the past, with many weapon-only collections, they just tend to go down in price. And that also applies to like tools only as well. So best luck to Scropin, but I don't think that's going to cause any of the other skins to spike in price. But it still looks nice. Yep. Keep up the good work. Over to here. Oh, that's looking like a kukri. Vortex combat knife. So the Vortex collection, I do believe this is Mr. Verona. We'll go ahead and find out in a second. So back over to here. It's Mr. Verona. It looks like a kukri. It looks cool. Someone's been playing too much Counter-Strike recently. Anyway, it's a perfectly fine looking design with the gradient of the pink, the purple, the blue. Look very, very cool. Now back over to here, you might have noticed LR300's doing okay. MP5's down by half its price. This is another situation where it's like, well, just turn into a weapon / tool only collection. It's not looking perfect. It's not looking nice. Sorry to say. So, being realistic with you, I don't have the confidence with that. So we'll keep an eye out for you, but still looks nice. Best luck to Mr. Verona. Speed Rage. Now again, if I can recall, we only had like 2 weapon skins being accepted. I like the design. It looks very cute and wonderful with its pattern design. Produced by Yopka and Lancy. Let's go ahead and give this a good look. Speed Rage. Right, let's get a good look at you. So we have 3 skins in total. Speed Rage AK-47, MP5 and Thompson. It's a weapon-only collection. Uh-oh. But again, you'll have noticed it with the previous skins that we just looked at. We see it right here as well. The skin creators, they do try to get clothing and armor made and whatnot. Face Punch just doesn't want to accept it. So it is what it is. Anyway, combat knife is here. If that were to be accepted, honestly, I don't expect these to change that much. So, alright, well, fair enough. Still looks nice, though. So best luck to the skin creators. Over to here, jungle knife. And that's looking quite pretty. What do you reckon? I do like the transparency in it. That's looking pretty sweet. Produced by Lakamu. Let's talk about that. So if I were to go ahead and mention the jungle sword, how's that currently holding up? Well, it's down to $1. I guess we're not surprised, are we? No, not really. Yeah, that was to be expected. Savage sword skins, they don't really tend to hold their value. And let's just take a look at the recent prices. Yeah, it's just been basically around $1 for a very, very long time. Now, if we were to see the combat knife being accepted, what do you reckon might happen? Don't admit to that. I'll be honest with you, I don't expect that much to change. I don't expect that much to change, so it still looks nice in regards to the design that I just saw over to here. It's just, yeah. I'm gonna be a little bit worried about like combat knife skins because, of course, if we suddenly see like 4 or 5 of them being accepted in such a short amount of time, like most recent focused items of the month, they're expected to go down in price. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But over to here, could this be the first white combat knife skin? Thundergold is here. Thundergold combat knife is right there, looking ever so nice and shiny. Produced by Mr. Morphus and Mr. Micro. I'm going to see this in like half a year's time for another complete the sets. It's a bit odd, but I swear for like the past complete the sets, like past 3 of them, we've seen a Thundergold skin being accepted. Now, I've seen tools in the past from them. They haven't been accepted, unfortunately. In regards to weapons and whatnot, I mean, we'll just look over to here. Ta-da! So currently in the roster right now, we have the Thundergold MP5 right there. All the weapon skins are improving very nicely. Even the ones that you wouldn't really expect to do very nicely. So the Custom SMG, the double barrel shotgun, only slightly down in price. But then you look at the SAR, you look at the AK, they're actually doing very, very well for their items. Most SARs, most AK-47s, they go down in price real bad. But what you see there is both of them doing very, 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 very good. So, alright then. Perhaps a combat knife for this would probably work out nicely. And again, a collection continuation. The more, the merrier. I don't think like these will rise up in price that much, their clothing and the armour. But for the weapons and tools, I mean, we'll see. And then, just to clarify, it's only weapons, isn't it? So, right, cool. Well, best luck to the skin creators. I'm curious. I'm interested. But would it still go down in price if we suddenly see a whole bunch of them being accepted? I won't be surprised. But give it time. Because we have seen some of those Thundergold weapon skins and other skins there. They do kind of dip when prices are bad. Again, like most skins, when times are good, suddenly everybody wants to buy them. So we'll keep an eye out. Best of luck. So that's all the combat knives. Let's see if we end up with like 4 or 5 being accepted. Now, in regards to this week, we have but just one longsword skin being accepted. Haven't seen a longsword skin being accepted since what, like 2018? Literally, like, 8 years ago. In a very, very long time. Could we see Anubis Dunk getting their skin accepted right here? Well, we'll have to wait and see. So, best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if that works out nicely. And then, we got a whole bunch of bows, handguns, and then a decent portion of submachine guns. Venomous Bite Bow. This is not looking very, very pretty. It might bite me if I hold it. Oh, I like that. Oh, go back here. Go back. Yeah, it looks like you're holding a snake. Ah, that's amazing. Okay. Alright, and that's looking pretty cool. That's nice. Well, best of luck to Vase. Let's see if that works out nicely. Over to here, this is the White Noise Bow. And if this were to be accepted, I wouldn't be surprised if like everybody just wanted to buy it. Mr. Cuba. Simply because it's intending to be like a snow sort of weapon skin. You should have roamed around in the snow. Well, we'll see how it goes. Best of luck to Cuba, and let's see if White Noise Hunting Bow gets accepted. Enforcer Sap. So, this is an interesting looking colourful design. It says police on the side. Yippee! Right, so he holds it menacingly. This right here, it's a perfectly fine looking sap skin, and it has a standard sight right there for the version 1. For the version 2, looks like it's got a slightly different colour scheme. The aim sight, though, is it any different? No. So, okay. 2 perfectly fine designs for a sap skin. Best of luck to Lies and Cobra. Let's see if that works out nicely. Oh, collection continuation. Now, you could just quickly stare at those gifts. I'm going to need to take a real quick drink of water. Looks nice, though. See, normally when I have the webcam on, at the very least, you can look at my stupid self as I chug water real quickly. So yes, this right here is the Fault Sep. That's looking very nice and shiny. Although, we are fully well aware this is a weapon-only collection. Have you been keeping track of the prices? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm pretty sure the Thompson's actually doing alright. Okay, well, it could be better. Oh my. Well, first of all, congratulations to Mr. Oasis. You've been doing very well. All of these skins have been accepted. They've all sold reasonable amounts. He doesn't have to worry about the fact that the prices aren't holding up. But yeah, this is unfortunately an issue we see with pretty much all, or rather most, weapon-only collections. It ends up looking like this. So I can't help but assume the SAP will follow suit. Which is a shame, because honestly, all those weapon skins, they do actually look very, very nice. It's just, well, you know, it's what other people think, and seems other people aren't, like, biting. Seems like other people aren't really chasing after these skins, so Best of luck to Oasis and Isaac. Keep up the good work. I'll ask you, the viewer, right now. What would you like to see them make next? Feel free to comment below. Oh. So, I know for a fact that you won't care about this one. You care about this one. We have an Olympus Python right here on display, produced by Mr. Fuff. Now, of course, we do have like the non-transparent aim sight version, the standard version, but I know that everybody's going to be like going crazy for this, so let's be real here. So let's just quickly take a look at that Olympus revolver, because I can confirm it's actually doing very well for itself at the moment. It's pushing up to an all-time high price, although, give it time, it'll probably drop off again around March and April, but then in the summer of 2026, I do expect it to rise up even higher, so that's doing very well for itself. And also the AK-47, it's actually managed to go back up to its rust-or price again. Yippee! So another skin being accepted. Honestly, in this particular instance, because these are actually working out quite alright, I do believe it would actually have a positive impact on these skins. I would actually look forward to the possibility of it. And another transparent Python, yippee! I'm sure people actually like that. So yeah, a bit of a contrast compared to all the other weapon-only collections that we've seen so far today. If this were to get this accepted, I do believe people will be appreciating and interested in the white and gold design. I mean, we just saw it at Thundergold, didn't we? So, keep an eye out. Best of luck to Fuff. If you like it, consider showing support. Now, let's move on to the next skin. Mutagen Custom SMG. Produced by Mr. Kvahu. It's a very eerie, strange, scary looking design. Look at all the eyes. So it's a perfectly fine looking approach. No transparency here. Interesting green on the aim sight. It looks fine. I have no issue. So, best of luck to Mr. Kvahu. Let's see if that works out nicely for him. Now over to here. Oh my, it's the return of Black Diamond weapons. So we've got two versions here. One with and one without. This appears to have some cut portions here. It's transparent here. Seems the skin creator decides to keep the full circle of this though. Alright, well fair enough. So, in regards to Black Diamond, how's that currently been holding up? Because I can confirm to you, it's very in demand at the moment. It's doing very well for itself. Take a look at the weapons as well though. So that's down a fair bit, but it came up somewhat recently. Sap's down a fair bit. Thompson not doing too bad. AK-47 doing very nicely. Custom SMG, So if we're going to question, if we were to see the MP5 being accepted, would we see any of these spike in one, spike in price? I'm not sure about the clothing and the armour. That's already doing very well for itself, as you can clearly see. But for the weapons and the tools, not really sure, to be honest with you. So, hey, regardless, based on what I just showcased to you, do you like the design? Are you happy with a transparent MP5 like that? Or would you prefer that all to be cut off? Again, feel free to comment below. It looks nice. As time goes on, I won't be surprised if this does work out as a nice investment independently. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if it gets accepted. Best luck to Bear Trip and Hulk. Right, seems we've got a Thompson to yap about, and a pump shotgun, and some double barrel shotguns, and a saw. Oh, it's just so much. There's always too much. Stop it, no. Right, then, let's just quickly grab this, and this, and this. Right then. Antique Thompson. This right here is produced by Mr. Zinc, yes indeed. And as you'll see over to here, it's a very nice stylish looking gold trim right there. Sorry about this, my nose is playing up. Oh. So yes, it's a perfectly fine looking bit of gold right there. Lovely pattern approach, a little bit of red right there for the aim sight. Oh, it's exquisite. It's a lovely looking antique. So let's just go over here and search for the antique collection, because of course I do recall we had the tools being accepted. Is it the, which one is it going to be? Which one's going to be? I think it's the rocket launcher. No. Oh damn. Right. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it the sword? Yes, it is the sword. You should have looked at the one that said collection next to it. Anyway, that's all down in price. Again, weapon only, tool only collections. We're back to this again, aren't we? Yes, we are. But independently, that Thompson did look very nice. I thought it looked pretty cool. And I think a lot of people would appreciate that potentially being accepted. What do you think, viewer? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Mr. Zinc. Right. Now over to here, we have the B pump shotgun. So, we've only seen one B set being accepted. That isn't looking to be very, well, not very good, I guess you could say. Let's just quickly remind you that we've seen a sheep door. We've seen a box, but only one weapon skin, just the BSAP. In regards to like all the weapon skins, we saw the AK, the SAR. Well, in terms of submissions, I meant to say, we've seen the AK-47, the SAR, the SAT. So yeah, whilst lots of attempts have been put out there, only one skin accepted. Sorry if I accidentally stumbled there. I'm starting to get tired. I'm not sure if this simply being accepted would even have that much of an impact on the currently existing skins. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But honestly, a pump shotgun early this year, it would be pretty cool. It would be nice. So best of luck to Omnipresent, and sorry for stumbling. I know I did there. Sorry about that. Blip, blip. Propane double barrel shotgun. Two versions to this. We have a white version and a red version. But honestly, what do you prefer? I do like the design there of all the scratching. That looks cool. Does it have a transparent aim sight of sorts? Let's just get a quick look at that. And not really, no. Okay, well, looks fine to me. It's a double barrel shotgun. When you walk up to people, it makes their heads go. So, best of luck to Bid and Ronan. Let's see if that works out nicely. Right, we also happen to have the robot double barrel shotgun. Get a good look at that. That's an interesting, scrappy, makeshift looking design. A nice bit of DIY. Looking pretty cool. But is that what you're looking for? Is that what you'd like to see potentially being accepted? Go for a comment below. Best of luck to Mr. Majestic. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if it happened. Señor Tomato with a very interesting SAR skin right here. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh, look at the aim sight. That's a standard sight right there, isn't it? Yep. Well, no, it's because he's got his face right there, so it's a little bit different, isn't it? It's distracting. Anyway, looks fine. I have no issue with it. Like, independently, I wouldn't really think that much of it. Sorry to say. It's a standard SAR skin with a standard sight. But Señor Tomato is different. Señor Tomato, it just keeps persevering. We just keep seeing skins being accepted. I've got nothing against it, but like, you hardly see any sales for them, and then they all work out quite all right in the end. Like, to be honest with you, their sales are just like average, so it's not like it's any different. But yep, Rock's doing all right, Door's doing all right, Hammer's doing all right. These two keep going up and down. Backpack's been solid for a while now. Furnace, you've only just recently come out. You've already gone down price. Ugh, it's not looking pretty for you. But if you were to see a SAR skin being accepted, that would be the first weapon skin. As much as you'd like to sit there and say a rock is a weapon, it's a bit 50-50. It's a tool, it's a weapon, it's a rock. So anyway, I'd be curious. I'd be interested, because of course last week we saw the AK-47, didn't we? But will either of these ever be accepted? We've got to keep an eye out. It wouldn't surprise me though. It just looks goofy, looks silly. But hey, we had plenty of skins like that in the past, haven't we? And they all worked out all right, didn't we? Didn't they? So yeah, best of luck to Sepesh. Hellcore SAR. Well then, let's go. Well, I mean, what am I doing? The only other weapon skins right there. Now, I'm not sure what to think in regards to the SAR, but first of all, by default, looking like it's got a lovely bit of transparency there. Okay, independently, if we only ever saw just this being accepted, in theory, in a certain timeline, I think that'd actually do very nicely, because of course, there's a transparent aim sight. It's equal to the Heatseeker SAR. So, alright, that's looking cool. But with the AK-47, at $3.49, it's an interesting looking black AK-47. And a lot of people do happen to appreciate black AK-47s. If you were to take a look at all the AKs right now and look at all based on highest price, you'll notice pretty much all the black alternatives of an interesting looking positive price. Well, yeah, some of them have dropped off, it seems. Alright, anyway. Back over to here. Honestly, I think the SAR would be a welcome addition. Potentially could give our AK-47 a nice boost. Got to keep an eye out for that. Let's see if that gets accepted. Also, best of luck to Delarai. But yeah, this has gone over 20,000 subscribers. In the grand scheme of things, that isn't that much. But it's still quite a bit. And you can still expect to see quite a decent amount of these in the Steam market. So, alright then, we'll leave it to that. Best of luck to, again, Mr. Delarai. Keep up the good work. I wonder what he makes next, though. I'll keep an eye out. 6 feet deep LR300, a perfectly fine looking pattern design. That's looking pretty cool. Are those worms or they? Is that noodles? Yeah. So yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. That's looking pretty cool. Standard sight, it seems. Yep. Best of luck to Kostiche. A little gift there, showcasing it as well. Best of luck. Over to here, we've got the Colour Blast LR300. This also happens to have a transparent aim sight. Oh, look, Anime Girl. Suddenly, hundreds of thousands of sales. Yippee. Oh, that's an interesting approach with the transparency. Also, look at the cute little face. It's a unicorn. Yay. Alright, I like it. That looks cool. Best of luck to VHS tonight. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Skullforce LR300. Of course, part of the Skullforce collection. Gotta remember though, this collection's a bit of a funny one. Oh, AK's actually doing quite alright. Alright, cool, nice to see. Not the SAR though. And the poncho. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm not sure if this being accepted would actually cause the AK to spike in price. Not sure. Again, we've got many AK-47s, and the majority of them are below the Rustore price. As you'll see after here, that's independently doing quite alright. Again, you do have these other skins, but okay. I mean, it's looking cool. It's looking nice. Did I break something here? Let me just refresh that. So, we'll see what becomes of this. Transparent sight. Looking pretty cool. Keep up the good work. Sean Mikanari Spectre. I just don't think he'll have that much of an impact in regards to like all the pre-existing skins. So, we'll see what becomes of it. It looks nice. Hellmare Queen AK-47. Oh my. Uh-oh. It looks like she bites. Oh no. I'm not sure if people will appreciate that. Yep. Looking pretty sweet. A unique, strange pattern design. No looking at the AK-47's aim sight. Kiyoshimiya, Chepe, you need to show the actual aim sight. Yeah, we definitely need an aim sight picture a lot more than like a weird view picture like this. Sorry to say, but it is what people are looking for. So keep up the good work and remember to do that in the future. Best of luck. Amethyst Fracture AK-47. Immediately we have a nice aim down the sight image. Standard sight. It's just like typical dark grey, which what you normally see in the standard AK-47. That does look quite pretty though. But it kind of reminds me of the Fault collection. So why not? We'll see what becomes of it. Why not? You're just trying to make a different type of Deep Ruby collection. Just make more weapon skins for your Deep Ruby collection. What are you doing? I am aware we have a transparent aim sight version right here as well. But yeah, he's making a different sort of Deep Ruby collection. Just make more Deep Ruby stuff. You've had so many skins accepted. What are you doing? In regards to Deep Ruby, I should clarify. Anyway, it's fine though. Looks nice. But over to here, this Snake Idol AK-47 is looking exquisite. That's looking pretty. That's looking nice. That's actually a very pretty, nice looking skin. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh. Twitch drop tier transparent aim sight. Oh. Now we have had something like that being accepted recently. We've had the Olympus AK-47 with that. So don't rule out the idea of saying, oh, we're only allowed to have transparency like that on a Twitch drop or a kick drop. No, you can get them in Rustores as well. Best of luck to Henon. I'm curious. I'm interested. Keep up the good work. That genuinely does look like a very pretty skin. And that just so happens to be the final weapon / tool skin of this video. So of all these skins here, which one happened to be your most favourite? Which one do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted in that coming Rustore? Right, I can power through this. Oh, let's get going. Oh, let's roll and take a look at the clothing and the armour. Medkit backpack. That's an interesting looking colour scheme there. It stands out quite nicely. Nice bit of the yellowy green. Nice bit of orange. Nice bit of a contrast. This shot here is produced by Little Ranger and CD. And if you like what you see, consider showing support. Best of luck to both of them. Now over to here, Mr. Gold burlap clothing. It never really shows off the picture fine there. Actually, if you do that, open a new tab. Zoom out. There you go. Now you can see it a bit better. So that looks nice. Got no complaints with that. Not sure if that's the type of thing the average player wants to have running around in most environments. Honestly, it might be good in the desert. Yeah, no, that's got me thinking that actually might be pretty good in the desert now. But then again, without skinning your bull up, it'll be pretty good in the desert as well. So, best of luck to PL3 and Donny. Let's see if that works out nicely. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. If only you could get like a top hat. If only. Yeah, 2 versions. Yeah, I mean, not 2 versions, 2 pieces. Now, snow jacket has been made. Hardsuit snow jacket. I thought snow jackets would probably remain being a fairly, like, rare thing to see being submitted, but no. We did recently see a hardsuit pair of tactical gloves being accepted, didn't we? How's that collection currently holding up at the moment? Well, that's actually doing quite alright. To my surprise, the recent marketable tactical gloves, they're actually in the positive very nicely at the moment. Give it time, though. Will that stay the way it is, or will things change? We'll see. But yeah, it's a bit of a 50-50 sort of situation in regards to this collection. Some doing real bad, some doing quite alright. I don't think the snow jacket's going to change anything. I saw snow jackets being added for No Mercy collection and training collection, and I didn't really notice that much of a difference. So we'll see what becomes of that, but I don't expect that much of a difference either. Still looks nice though. Perfectly fine. Scroll. That is a lot of tactical gloves, isn't it? Yes, it is. Pro Biker. I like them. Hey, looks nice. Perfectly fine pair of black tactical gloves produced by Bestaz and Henter. Let's see if that gets accepted. I think it looks nice. What do you reckon? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Turn off your notifications. I just saw that. Look at that. Look at that. Pro Biker version 2 of some red. Okay. Still looks very nice. Got the red flames. Cool. Keep up the good work. Now then, we've also got a pair of space station themed tactical gloves as well. Some white gloves. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't accept the whiteout gloves or the blackout gloves. As much as you might sit there and say, oh, but it'd be bad, more camouflage skins. We've already got road sign gloves and rust, you know. But whiteout road sign gloves. So I honestly don't think a pair of tactical gloves would really make that much of a difference. Also, we did recently see the Hedge gloves being given away for free. I'd welcome it still, though. And I'm sure a lot of you would as well. So, best of luck to Diaz. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. They honestly look perfectly fine. Work tactical gloves. So this is produced by Jessen. Again, it's another white design. Will you give it a thumbs up? Please tell me. Looks more like the type of gloves you'd wear to keep your fingers warm and whatnot. But hey, still looks nice. So, best of luck to Mr. Jessen. Let's see if that works out nicely. Reptile Hunter Tactical Gloves. Ooh, we've got a collection continuation. If it were to be accepted, why are you saying it in such a weird way, Hedge? Because I've seen tactical. Sorry, I shall clarify. I've seen a lot of attempts for the road sign gloves and boots, and nothing's happened. I've even seen a nice attempt for the leather gloves and the boots, and nothing's happened. So I'm just going to sit here and say, I have doubts it's even going to happen. But if you were to see the tactical gloves being accepted, I think you might actually see a nice bit of a boost for some of these. But because they're already such a high price, I don't think it'll be that much of a difference. Like, even when we saw the backpack being accepted, nothing really changed. And again, it did come out at the end of November. But still, nothing really happened. So, doing good regardless. Let's see if we could get a few more new pieces as well. So, best of luck to Mr. Himmick. Let's see if that works out nicely. And then over to here, we also happen to have Ultramarine Tactical Gloves. And no, they don't glow in the dark, so shut up. Anyway, Ultramarine. We got a whole bunch of stuff for you, didn't we? But how are you currently holding out? Let's go find out. Everything is in the positive. Everything. My word. Okay. Well then, honestly, I think a pair of tactical gloves would be appreciated. Get a good look at all the clothing and the armour here. Again, maybe it's already high in price. Maybe it's already doing very good for itself. I mean, it clearly is. It's all in the green, basically. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, I will point this out. For a very long time, or rather, for about 2 years now, it has been considered that Ultramarine collection is a reliable collection, and the skins that come out into it do tend to go up in price quite nicely when times are good. Based on what you see here, it's doing pretty good for itself. Can't complain. So, alright. Let's see if that works out nicely. Let's see if that actually gets accepted. Best of luck to Jeeba. Right, we've got a pair of hoodies and pants. Got some tier 2, and then we've got some tier 3 pieces, and then we'll be finished. Right, Mongol God hoodie and pants. This is produced by Spectro. That is a very, very, very strange colour combination. Is this referencing something? I don't know. I don't know. But if you know, feel free to comment below. Best of luck to a Spectro. Let's see if that works out nicely. Carbon composite coffee can, road sign vest, and road sign kilt. I showed this off in the special preview video. It is a little bit reflective. But that's an interesting design. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. And best of luck to Graphy. Best of luck, best of luck. Invictus Tier 3. That's looking pretty cool. What do you think, though? Looking pretty cool indeed. Best of luck to Ted and Pigeon. A nice painted on design. Okay, I probably don't want to put my finger in this. This right here is the Crazy Beast Tier 3 armor. That's a scary looking mouth. And then on the back side, it's got it wide open. Ooh. It eats bullets. Anyway, this is produced by Kit. It's a scary, interesting sort of gimmick design with all the teeth. A scary approach from here. So best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Once again, I'll ask you, if you like what you see, do consider showing support. Then we have Macaw. Tier 3 armor. You might recall we had some hoodie and pants being submitted recently. In fact, if I just go over to here, there we go. Hoodie and pants for the previous week. Now we have the tier 3 armor. Are you a fan of the colour? Do you like what you see? Well, best of luck to Mr. OTR Hat Boris. And of course, Mr. Damned In. Let's see if we can become very nice and colourful. Is that what you want? Don't forget to consider showing support. And then for last, Green Knight Tier 3. I don't think this will appear. But then again, we have seen Temple Tier 3, which just kind of gets the point across saying, you know what, considering we had that being accepted recently, I don't really expect this to really happen. It looks nice though. I've got to hand it to skin creator Slimeface. He has done a very good job with that. It's just, I'm not feeling very confident in regards to whether it actually appear. So, if it did, oh my. But we'll see. Like, I did just recently showcase some lovely budget camouflage skins, and I wouldn't say no to more options appearing. It's just, yeah, the likelihood is a bit... So I'm not hating on it. I like the design. It looks cool. It's just, I don't think Face Punch are happy with more camouflage skins potentially being accepted. So, Slimeface, we'll see what happens next. I'd like to be proven wrong. We'll see what becomes of that. Let's keep an eye out. And that just so happens to be the final clothing and armor piece out of the entire batch here. So feel free to comment below which one happened to be your most favourite. Which of these skins do you reckon have a very good chance potentially go up in price in the future, ending up in a rust store in the future? I need to wrap up. I'm falling asleep. Sorry about this. Brain is shutting down. Feel free to comment below. Out of all the skins we took a look at today, which ones do you reckon have a very good chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to make a list of your most favourite in the comment section. And once again, I do apologise. I've left this late and I am crashing. Oh, good job, Hedge. I've still got to upload it. Oh. So, right. Cool. Let's just quickly point some things out. So, yep, I uploaded this video. If you're going to spend some funds on a budget and try and get some decent, cool-looking camouflage skins, consider giving that a good look. And if I go over to here, I'd just like to point out Face Punch has asked again. I thought the last one was the end, but nope. Looks like this might be the final one. They're asking about what vehicles would you like to see become skinnable? Think like bikes, modular cars, minicopters, ooh, sleds, ooh. So yeah, you might think, oh cool, so they're going to lay out so skin creators can make them and post them in the workshop. No, I think what they're basically asking for is, what would you like to see becoming a nice skinnable design so that they can just release DLC of it? It wouldn't surprise me if that's actually going to be the case. So honestly, I also wouldn't be upset with that. I feel like if they kept it only to themselves to make the skins, it would actually look good. Whereas if you made it so that people in the workshop could make skins, you're going to see a lot of very weird, strange, scary looking designs. Not intentionally scary, is what I should clarify. So, all right, cool. So I'll make a video talking about that in a bit, don't you worry. But with all the post-Christmas yappings I need to do, yeah, I've got a lot of things I need to do and record and upload. But yep, another post-Christmas video was posted again. Consider giving it a good watch. Basically, the general gist is I'm kind of looking through skins and trying to figure out, have we already peaked with the prices? At the moment, it doesn't look like that's happened yet. So, all right, not going to complain. Make sure you get those sales in whilst you still can. Like, over the past, like, just a few days, right? I actually went ahead, and let me just go show, yeah, been selling a whole bunch of things. Do I still have the screenshot? Let me just quickly show you a screenshot real quickly. Because I went ahead and I bought a bunch of very interesting, very nice looking Counter-Strike skins. Yeah, that was me. And after buying all of that, I still sold a whole lot of Rust skins and I've got my money back up again. So post-Christmas is still going strong. Sales are still pretty good. Profits are absolutely lovely. So, lovely, awesome, no complaints. Now let's just get a nice quick look at the micro522.com website. It's linked in the description of this video. I can confirm the top scoring skin is the Forest Guardian Garage Door, followed by the Mystic Tree Sheep Matador, followed by the Space Base Armored Double Door, the one made by a Cubist, the one that's a collection continuation to the single Armored Door. Detective Board Rug is 4th, and Reptile Hunter Tactical Gloves, they are 5th, followed by Space Warrior Tactical Gloves. Alright, cool. So yeah, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me, I greatly appreciate it. Hope you all have a lovely day. Hope you have a lovely time sending your skins. Enjoy the profits. Catch you later. See you. Goodbye.